Hey guys, welcome to Crazy Confirmation. This is Thais. I'm sitting here with LA Ferg. We are about to get this interview in, so stay tuned. So how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Let the people know who you are.
My name is Lauren Fernandez, aka LA Ferg. I represent Eclectic out of Chula Vista. I'm a producer, engineer, recording artist. I'm starting a podcast soon, so I don't know what the term for that is. Maybe a podcaster. I don't know. But yeah, I make music. I'm an artist. Substitute teach on the side. Shout out to teachers. But yeah, that's what I do.
I love it. So, LA Ferg, what's the origin of your name and what does it stand for?
It's actually really simple. It's just my initials. So like, it's Lauren Alexander Fernandez Espinosa Ramirez Guerra. If you go deeper, it's Ibarra Sanchez.
Holy shit.
So it'd be La Fergus, but let's just ignore that. But yeah, it's LA Ferg, Lauren Alexander Fernandez, all that stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I like the number 6, so I only went 6 deep, and it just sounds cool, LA Ferg. I can't, like, when I was in elementary school, I got really obsessed with like my heritage, and I was just like, I was trying to figure out all my grandparents' maiden names and stuff, and that's where it came from.
So, why music? What about music that you love?
Yeah, I love the creative freedom that comes with music. The ability to translate emotion through sound waves is something that's completely unique to music, and that's why music. I mean, I've always gravitated towards music ever since I was a little kid. My mom and dad, they put me in like music programs. Like at SDSU, I got put in like it was just like basic percussion stuff, but it was like that was my introduction when I was 3 years old, and then when I was 5 years old, I started playing piano, and then from there, I just kept being involved in music. But I really sort of ignored my passion for it, or I just didn't really realize it was there until like 2 years ago, and that's when I started taking it more seriously. But I started like writing and stuff in high school, and then I started recording 2 years ago.
Okay, so when exactly did you decide to go social with like social media when it comes to your music?
I feel like with any artist, or similarly to any artist, like it was in phases. So like the first phase was that whole, I was actually just talking to my friend about this yesterday because she's starting to get into music. So I said, and this is a safe approach, so just start off. What I did was I started off by saying, hey, this is like my hobby. I treated it like a hobby, and I was like, hey, please support me on SoundCloud, all that stuff. And then slowly, and especially like when I started getting involved with Josh and Eclectic and everything, I started using our photographers and using our editors and stuff. And you know, I was putting out more professional looking pictures, and it went from people being like, oh, there's Lauren who does music, to LA Ferg / Lauren. Like it became my persona because of the way I approached it through social media. So now if you look back, like, because I used to row in college, so it was a bunch of rowing pictures and just like family pictures, like, and I still keep them because that's part of me. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not.
Same.
But as you progress, like just the way my life progressed in the past 2 years, like it's professional looking pictures and a bunch of flyers, and I want people who are interested in taking me seriously as a musician to look at my timeline and say, all right, so he's really about it, and they can see how long I've been about it too, because I didn't delete anything off my past because I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not.
I like that.
You know?
I know I've seen in your bio that you're Catholic.
Yeah.
So by representing the Catholic religion, does this interfere with your music?
It did. It, like in the beginning it did, and now I'm realizing the reason. So let me go back to why I have Catholic on there. So that's more for me because when you look at somebody's profile on Instagram, like their bio, and you see Christian or Catholic, it's almost like a cliche now, because everybody has it. You see Philippians, whatever, like Galatians, whatever, and you're like, alright, yeah, whatever, it's just a verse. So it's not for anybody else, it's just for me. Because, and every time like I write a song or something, I pray, because I don't want to become somebody I'm not. Because I don't want to become somebody I'm not, because it's so easy to do that in music and in art in general, because you have that creative freedom. But at the same, like, it's this inner struggle I have with myself and inner debate, because my songs are obviously sexual. Like there's a sexual element, and I just love those intervals where it's like, you know, that Trey Songz type of feel, and I just can't escape it. And my content borders sexuality, but I also know like who my fans are, because I have like a lot of kids that follow me, and I have a lot of like family friends that follow me, and I was just so scared in the beginning, and I like still kind of, that people would be like, what the hell you rap, like, why are you rapping about that? Like, you're around my kids every day, you're teaching them every day, you know? But I found this really comfortable spot where I can be myself, and I can still represent, you know, my Catholicism and my Christianity and stuff. And and still be comfortable with who I am as a musician. But I mean, every day, like, well, not every day, but like, there frequently, I'm reevaluating like, what is my line, and like, why does this line exist for myself, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like a yes and no answer. I hate saying that, but it's liberating because I know I'm doing everything I do for Christ and like for myself, but at the same time, I know I'm bordering certain lines, certain moral lines if you go by Catholic code or something, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a yes and no. I'm sure a lot of like religious rappers and artists in general have that sort of struggle where it's like I'm being myself and I'm representing my thoughts, but to what extent am I like going against what I believe in or what I'm supposed to do? It's one of those things.
I feel you.
We've had this discussion before, so like there's so many layers. Yeah, but
layers on layers on layers.
A lot.
Especially coming from a religious background, I understand you on that.
Yeah.
Right. So tell me about your latest projects. I know you got 2 songs out right now. What are those entitled?
Yeah, so releasing next week, or sorry, Wednesday, tomorrow. Sorry, I was in last week mode. Releasing tomorrow on Wednesday. We have our newest addition to Eclectic. He goes by J.R. Steezy, aka John Raff. He's been working with us sort of behind the scenes, and he really wanted to remix No You Won't by KJ Smith, Fresh Air, aka Dion Hanna, and Jay Safi, all out of Chula Vista. And yeah, we just remixed that over here in the studio, and we're gonna put that on Wednesday. Really excited because it's a really like strong statement for Steezy, and it's a really feel good song, so I'm excited to be part of it. And it's just gonna go off live. So yeah, that's coming out on Wednesday. We got, we're promoting it and everything. And then recently, I believe 2 weeks ago, right before we went to the Bay, I released Misbehaving, or Misbehaved, sorry. Misbehaved, and
it's a good song.
Yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, Josh Gigan helped me out with the artwork for that. Well, he did it, he didn't help me out, but yeah, he just did it all. And yeah, that one's just like, because I'm dating somebody, right? So I was really in my feelings, and I just wrote Misbehaved, and yeah, it's just, I love that song. So it's just more of like, I've been experimenting with that Bryson Tiller feel where I'm so used to having a certain structure to my songs where it's clearly defined hooks and there's a clearly defined flow, but I was listening to Bryson Tiller's 2014 album, I forget what it was called, but his flow is just all over the place, and like I couldn't find a direction to the song, and it threw me off, but I really enjoyed it, so I've been trying to emulate that through Misbehaved and just through other songs that I've been making. So, just like letting loose of the structure.
Okay, so what excites you the most about being an artist?
I think it's the potential of what could happen, and because you never know what could happen with the song that you make. You never know how people are gonna react, and it's like that feeling of not knowing, but knowing that you're in a good place. So no matter what happens, you'll be okay. Just being able to like share my thoughts is liberating, and being able to actually play piano, like the fact that I can mix, master, engineer all my stuff, is really liberating. Like it's a lot more work, but it's so much more rewarding, I feel, because there's no miscommunication between you and the keyboard. It's you doing everything, and just that feeling of having total. I guess there's 2 things then. Me having total control over my creation, and that feeling of putting it out and not knowing what's gonna happen, but having a good feeling about it. That's what excites me as an artist.
Podcast that's on the horizon. Let us know about it.
The name, the title is still up in the air. I say That's What's Up a lot, so I'm considering calling it That's What's Up. But I know that if it does hit critical acclaim, people will not be able to take it seriously because it's called That's What's Up. Unless people accept it, I don't know. But I've just been debating it, but I've had That's What's Up in my mind for so long that I think I might call it that. But the essence of what it's going to be is just bringing on interesting people, articulate people ideally, and just having a conversation with them about their hobbies and how they've taken it to like the business level or like an entrepreneurship type level. People that are doing things with their hobbies, because everybody has hobbies, whether it's like model airplanes or engineering and stuff. And I just want people to identify with the people that are on my show, And for people to learn, because I go on YouTube and I learn, I watch these videos and people don't say anything of content, or like they're just missing stuff. So I want to have like, it'll be like a tutorial on how to get to where you want to be, but at the same time have fun stuff on it. So I'm gonna start recording within the month. I already have a sort of lineup. You're gonna be on it. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna get Sir Kari on it.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
I love going in and out of debates with Kari. It's fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely bring up like current day events and stuff. I'll ask for their opinion on it, but the focus of the show is definitely gonna be, who are you? Where did you start with your hobby? What route did you take to get to? I could even have doctors on there. Like, it doesn't even have to be hobbies. It could be like actual professionals. I just want people to learn from my podcast, but at the same time enjoy like what they're doing.
Wow.
And I just got this idea like around New Year's, so it's still in the planning stages. But I got some equipment, and I'm getting my mic back from a friend in a couple days, and I'm just gonna set it up. So I'm just learning as I go.
I dig it. So, what is a quote that motivates you? Not just as an artist, but as an individual?
Yeah. So going into last year, 2017, there was this, I don't even know, I mean, I'm sure it's a quote because I've been seeing it everywhere, and it makes me mad because I thought it was original, but it was just destined for greatness. And I have no idea why that popped into my head. It sounds cocky, but it just like, it really resonated with me, and I was like, destined for greatness, and I want to get a tattoo of it on me somewhere, someday, I don't know, but it just like, it's always in my mind, and that's what really pushes me, is that I'm destined for greatness, but I can't get there if I don't do anything. If I sit in this room all day and I'm not putting anything out, or I'm just creating and I'm not sharing that with like the world, then people aren't gonna know what I can do.
Ready? Alright, so tell us about your 2018 goals. I feel like everyone should have this already. Let us know about it.
I agree. I'd like to copyright it before anybody steals this idea. No, I'm just kidding. They're all just music-related goals. And one of the only monetary goal I have on there is make $1,500 a month, because that would be me not being a bum. I gotta work at least 15 days as a sub or something. So that's like one of my personal goals. Perform in San Francisco, Arizona, Las Vegas, and LA. That's just because I know I have to expand like my regions that I have influence in. And when we went up to the Bay, people really liked my music. Like, I was surprised how different the culture was, in a good way. So that's definitely on the top of the list. One song a month, that's just to like keep me consistent and stuff. Because everybody falls into those spells of like really being hyped about the music, and then you sort of pull back and you sort of get lazy, but you just like, this is my job now, or I'm treating it like a job. So I've got to stay on top of it, and I'm just staying consistent with the song a month. One of the major ones that I've been on is 3 to 5 songs on online stores, because what I'm realizing is not a lot of musicians or rappers specifically in San Diego are putting their music on streaming sites, which is a real detriment to your look. Because even if they're not the most amazing songs in the world, they don't have to go gold or platinum or anything. Just put them out. That way you have your resume, online. Because if you just got it on SoundCloud, people are going to look at you like a SoundCloud rapper. Like, there's that, not stigma, but, well, it is a stigma. Yeah, people look at you a little different. And they sort of like, are you really a rapper? So, are you really serious? So, getting stuff on the stores is really big. I want to throw 2 major shows. That's in the works. But I want to have, one in the first 6 months of the year, and another one just with like major San Diego artists, and it's super possible. You just gotta, that's what I'm realizing, is anything, it sounds cliche, but anything is possible, but you just really gotta put the work in.
Exactly.
And it, like, you hear it all the time, and then when you're actually in the trenches putting in the work, then you see it, you're like, oh, okay, I don't want to work on this, but this is my goal, and I'm setting myself to it. And I got release an EP out there, because everybody around me is putting out a freaking project, and I'm out here just putting out singles, working with artists individually. Like, that's fine.
You have your own path, though.
I know, but you know what? I think I just gotta push the EP. I just gotta do it, even if it's a mixtape. I just gotta put out some sort of project, because that's just something every artist has to do. I recommend it like every year, but those are most of my goals. But yeah, I'm excited. They're very doable. Yeah.
So I appreciate you, for interviewing. Thank you so much, and guys, has been another episode of Crazy Confirmation. Tune in next time for our next episode.
Yay.